Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Doctor Who 5.5-inch action figure of the Curator. I like that they're going back to these 5.5-inch figures. For a while, Underground Toys was making these little 3-inch figures, and they sucked. These are much better. Now, if you've never seen the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor, the Curator only shows up in the episode for about 5 minutes. But if you're a 4th Doctor fan, you probably lost your mind when that happened, because it's implied that, future generations, regenerations of the Doctor may revisit previous faces, and it's implied that this is a future regeneration of the 4th Doctor, and it's so great. Such a cool moment to have. Now, the actual figure itself is pretty good. It comes with one accessory, which is this cane, which fits into the hand very, very easily. With the figure's simple kind of sculpt as far as like the fabrics, they tend to go with smooth stuff unless it's like a really textured coat. But as far as this smooth coat, I think they did a pretty decent job with the red and blue lines to kind of create the pattern of the coat. The actual coat itself doesn't have a lot of like wrinkles or stuff to really note, but it is, a pretty good looking coat. Now the shirt underneath has a lot of little, even more detailed to it as far as the paint of the kind of golden yellow and brown lines. But the collar looks good, the buttons on the coat look good, the pockets, the wrinkling of the pants looks nice. You got the mid-thigh cut, the single knee joint, and you've got swiveling shoes, and they hinge. Do they? Yeah, they hinge a little bit. There's not an actual built-in hinge, they more just wiggle, but it's a swivel, and that's good. So what do I know what I'm talking about? It's not a hinge at all. There is a waist cut. That's pretty clean. One of the things I like that Underground Toys has been doing is maintaining the shape of coats, but not having just, well, that sucked. Sometimes funny things happen when you're in the middle of shooting reviews, like an arm just pops right out. But there's a bicep cut, elbow cut, hinging wrists. But what I was saying was that they don't just have a hinge there at the shoulder to maintain the clean lines of the suit. They do add a ball hinge. But usually ball hinges kind of ruin the design, but they keep the element flat, which is cool. I mean, it looks weird when his arms pop out, because they're really, really slim, but it's nice that you get that range of motion, but you still get the general shape of the suit. Speaking of shape, I think they did a really good job with the head sculpt. It looks like the hair looks great, the face looks great, like the likeness is really well done, considering how much he's aged over the years. But the profile, the lips, the eyebrow paint, the eyeballs look really good. The hair looks great as far as like the sculpt of it, the texture of it, and then the paint within it. Now, the Curator comes with one accessory, and that's the portrait of Gallifrey Falls. And what's cool about it is it's lenticular, so you get to see like the fire burning on it. So it's a cool effect. It certainly like reads well in person. It's a big element of that episode. And the frame around it looks really good. Like, as far as an accessory goes, this is pretty cool. One bummer, though, is that, like, I wish it had, like, I don't know, a little hook right in the center. Instead, it was attached to the packaging by 4, like, little twiny ropes. So, like, as it stands, this is just, like, a thing. Like, it'd be nice if there was, like, a way to, like, display it without it just being, like, this loose accessory. Like, I don't know, like, if it came with its own wall mount or something that suspended it in the air, because right now it's just, like, a loose thing. One thing I kind of recommend, and I don't normally do this, but the packaging, has like these 2 little like ropes kind of as part of the artwork. You can actually keep the packaging, and keep it tied to the packaging, or retie it to the packaging, but that way it actually stays suspended in the air. It actually might do that. And normally I don't keep themed cardboard packaging, but in this case I think it actually benefits the accessory considerably. And it has like little wooden floor. Like, it does actually look kind of like a decent little diorama, so that's fun. That being said, aside from the fact that this is not mountable to the wall, this is a pretty awesome figure. Like, if you're a fan of Doctor Who and what a great, like, meaningful appearance this was in the 50th special, you probably really appreciate this figure. I think it's a great figure to make. I think it's awesome that Underground Toys made it, because like it was a big fan favorite moment, and he looks really, really good. Thanks for watching.